Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex, and today I want to talk a little bit about miking a drum set and what all that involves. So when you're miking a drum set, there's usually about three types of microphones that you're primarily going to be working with: direct mics, overhead mics, and room mics. Now, your direct microphones are usually positioned pretty close to the source and are typically just going to be focused on one single element, so a snare drum, a tom, a kick, or even a different type of cymbal. The next type of microphones are your overheads, which are positioned above the drum set or over the head of the drummer. Now these have several different configurations you can use depending on what kind of a stereo image you want or how many microphones you have, but the primary purpose is to capture a more whole picture of the drum set rather than focusing on individual elements. Lastly, we have our room microphones. Similar to overheads, these are going to pick up an entire picture of the drum set rather than individual elements, but the difference here is that the room microphones are going to pick up a lot more of the room sound or natural reverb and reflections. So it's going to get pretty cool depending on what size room you have, because you can play around a lot with mic placement. You can get a microphone pretty close to the drum set or way further back if you want to have a pretty large drum sound. And again, you can rely on either one microphone or several, just depending on what kind of picture that you want to capture. So as you can hear, each type of microphone setup is going to have a little different sound to it. A lot of modern recordings will use a blend of all three, although depending on the genre, they may rely a little bit differently on particular mics. Something like jazz is going to probably use more of the overheads and the room sound, whereas something more like metal is going to use a lot more of the direct microphones, just to pick up a lot more of that initial punch that you get from having a close mic right up on there. Now you can get great results with one or multiple types of these. It all just kind of depends on what you're going for and what microphones and inputs you have available. So hopefully this clears things up a bit on what all goes into recording a drum set and what different sounds you can get depending on the microphones and the positioning. I'm going to be uploading a few more videos taking a more in-depth look at each one of these microphone types, so stay tuned and thanks for watching.